Hello, welcome back. So, I didn't get to make many videos about the new year because I was busy, and we're here and we're back on being consistent, yada yada yada. But that's been a topic that's been big on my mind as a year. That fragment of time, it's so much. We only get so many in our lifetime, and so many in each period. I mean, I recently had my birthday, which I talked about last video, but I was like, wow, that's a whole year gone. And I kind of just pick at these moments where I'm like, oh, I saw Nosferatu in theaters on Christmas of 2024. I'm like, whoa, we're in 2026. And I was 20 at the time, and now I'm 22. And I'm just like, where are we going here? Like, it's so many numbers. And of course, I'm playing it. My birthday was like last week, and then, Nosferatu was a week before my 21st. So it's like these things where it's like, okay, I am picking at certain dates where it makes it look further than it is, but it's still a lot of time. And looking at, who I am now and who I was then and how much has happened. And I've grown in so many ways and become better, but I've also done things that are worse. And, one of those is my spending, and I was looking at that today and I was like, if I do this and this and this, then I won't have results next week, but I'll have results for next month. And I'll have great results in half a year and great results in a year. And I'm like, in a year, oh my gosh. It just was like, dude, this can be rough. And then I was like, well, what happened a month ago? And I was like, wait, that felt longer ago. And I was like, what happened, 6 months ago? And I was like, whoa, that like was not that long. That doesn't feel like that long ago, and it was like a long time ago. And like the grand, like 6 months, a lot can happen. A lot has happened. So I was like, okay, if I do this and I do this, then I'll be in a great spot in 3 months, in a great spot in 6 months, and an even better spot in 9 months, and a crazy spot in a year. And I'm like, whoa, a year really isn't that long, especially with how young I am and where I want to go. So I was thinking, and I was like, if I just start this momentum, which I've done so much in my life. I remember I was in such bad shape like a year ago, and I've kind of um, done bad recently, but I've started again, and things are already going back on track. But I remember I was in such a bad place and I was depressed, and I started working out, and I was like, after a few days, I was like, I don't see any results. Like I hate this, and I've worked out before that, so I knew it took a while. And then after a month, I was like, whoa, and then after 2 months, I was like, dude, this is like I'm like a whole different person. So it's the same thing with like everything in life. You just have to keep moving. You're like rolling that ball up the hill, and you're eventually going to get there. It's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling, but you have to keep pushing. You can't just expect something to happen when you're doing nothing. So me with this financial situation that I want to make better, I'm gonna have to keep pushing and keep pushing, keep pushing. In 3 months from now, I'm gonna be like, whoa, I'm in a way better spot. In half a year, I'm like, whoa, I'm in a way better spot. And I'm gonna keep getting there. I'm like, wow, time really did fly by, and I became better. I mean, we're already 13 days into 2026. So yes, building on this time, building this momentum, using this year. This year, I want to use as the best year of my life by using it as a building block to really build up something special. And that is by creating momentum in so many areas of my life. I have a document where I track everything that I'm really doing, from school to work to I'm learning Spanish right now. And I was looking today, and everything is momentum based. I mean, just looking, I mean, yeah, working out, like all this is momentum based. Like under school, I have something about my GPA. Well, if I want to get a better GPA, then I have to just keep pushing forward and up these classes. And right now it's lower, but it'll be higher in a few months from now. And the same goes the other way. If you're being lazy, things will just go downhill. You can never just be, you know, comfortable. You have to push yourself, and you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. And yes, I would recommend tracking what you're doing. Like I'm tracking my finances. I'm, tracking how much Spanish I'm learning every day. I'm doing these things. I'm writing it down. I'm journaling. With these YouTube videos too, I've been so inconsistent. And I see, when I'm consistent, things work, and when I'm not, they don't. And that's the algorithm helping, and that's just momentum and more videos being pushed out that's helping. And when I do the opposite, it has the opposite effects. So yes, momentum is huge, and I think that should be a lot of people's goal this year. That's my main goal, and that's what I'm really gonna use this year for: being consistent, building momentum, and really making a change in my life, because that's what's necessary and that's what I need to do. And I'm very excited about it. And I hate that I've let so much time go by. I kind of thought about that in 2025 and these past 2 weeks looking back, where I was like, whoa, I could have done way more. I mean, like I said, I brought up Nosferatu. I was in the Jack in the Box. If you know what Jack in the Box, the goaded go. It's so goaded. It was like 2 a.m. after the movie because I saw it, at midnight on Christmas Eve. And I was like, wow, it's Christmas. And I was like, dang, I've had a bad year. Like, I really got to lock in next year. And I did. 2025 was one of the best years of my life. There was a lot of bad, but a lot of good. And so I was just like, looking back, I was like, but I didn't make that version of myself. I made him happy, but I didn't make him proud. And I want to make myself and the people around me proud by doing things I know are right. And a lot of that is momentum based and it's being consistent. And that is what I will be doing this year. That is my goal of this year. And I expect great things. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best. Subscribe. Bye.